Hi all, welcome to the channel Wave and Hertz. So today I am starting a lecture series for electrical and electronics engineering students from diploma to the degree level, means BTech level. So I will covering all those subjects which is relevant to both the branches and the separate subjects. I will also teach. Okay, so let's start with the first subject that which is basics of electrical engineering, which is common for both the departments like electronics and as well as electrical, and it is also for common for both the levels. One for the diploma and another is for the degree students also. Okay, so maybe some of you are asking, sir, if I am in diploma, how will I study the degree subject to the upper degree level of basic electrical engineering? So I will tell you, when I will teach, I will just mark a boundary between diploma and the degree. Whether, because in starting I will teach both the simultaneous, because some of the things that are common for both the diploma as well as the engineering. Okay, that is, there is no kind of boundaries, but there is some topics that is more relevant to BTech, not much relevant to diploma. They only have just to name those things and all those things. Okay, they should have remember their names, not in very deep concept, but for the degree they also have some necessary explanation, all those things in those topics. So I will discuss and I will mark a boundary. Okay, so don't to worry about it, all those things. So let's start from the today's topic, which is our charges. Okay, might be everybody heard about charges, what charges is. Mhm. Okay, so let's start with the first topic, which is charges. Sorry for the bad handwriting, actually I don't have this kind of things. Okay, means I don't have a touchpad and I'm using only mouse. So let's start with the topic, which is charges. So it's just a simple topic, means there are those two kind of charges, which is generally called as positive and the negative charges. Okay, this is a positive and this is a negative charge. So mainly what the positive charge and negative charges is, in both the things there has some kind of influencing power. Okay, means they have some kind of energy stored in it. Imagine this is a balloon. Okay, imagine it as a balloon, positive balloon. Okay, balloon, and imagine it also as a negative balloon. Okay, a negative balloon. Okay, so in a positive balloon, like on a birthdays, you people just bomb the balloons, and in balloons you generally put some toffees, chocolates, candies, all those things. So imagine in both the balloons, positive or negative balloons, there is some amount of energy is stored. Okay, I will discuss discuss later all those things, that what kind of energy it is, what it is. Just for the sake of now, just understand this is a balloon, and in balloon there is some kind of energy. Okay, and that, or you also heard about that energy neither be created nor be destroyed. Okay, so where this energy comes from and where it will go, I will discuss. Okay, so mainly you will understand that they are, what the charges are, they are the balloons, and in balloons there is some kind of energy. Okay, one is positive energy, you can, other is negative energy. Mainly the common name we give to the negative energy is electrons, and it denoted by this. And for positive balloons, generally we use this protons. Okay, both are charges. Okay, I think it has energy of some 1.6 into 10 raised to power minus 19. Okay, minus 19. And but the thing is, it is having negative energy, this negative sign. Okay, and it is protons also have the same energy, but with the positive sign, positive 1 plus 6 into 10 raised to power minus 19, or it's unit in coulombs. So charge is only this. Okay? I will discuss only at that level. Later I will discuss in details. So our next topic is, what is current. Okay, so let's discuss about currents. current. Mainly at 10th level. Okay, you people read about current, like it is the flow of electrons. Current is generally in NCERT books or all those books, they have mentioned flow of electrons. Okay, right? Flow of electrons, but it is only for the 10th level. After the graduation, after the diploma, and you will go in engineering now, that concept will change. Not flow of electron. I already taught to you what charges are. So electricity can be made up of both protons as well as electrons. Okay, but generally we take conventional current opposite to the electrons, so that's why we call the current is only with the electrons. So our, from now onwards, our next definition will be not flow of electrons, it will be, there is a two things, not flow, this is also wrong, not flow, and the electrons, this is also wrong to say. Okay, so the current, so what will be the new definition? So current is by the charges, by the charges. Okay, but for now you can include that current is the flow of charges. Only for now you can use word flow. So our new definition will be current, sorry, our new definition of current will be flow of charges, or not flow of electron, flow of charges. But flow is also wrong. I will discuss later how actually current passes through in a semiconductor, in an insulator, in conductor, all those things. So for the sake of now, charges, because current is from both positive as well as negative charges. They have some kind of energy, and already I told you that energy neither be created nor be destroyed, and that energy will replicate into current. Okay, that charge energy will replicate into the current. Okay, so the okay, so I think you understand. So coming to the next, what the formula of it? So I, you all know, I is equals to Q by T, means Q is for charges, Q is for charges means coulomb, and time T means charges. Whenever this type of equation, because generally students don't understand the meaning of the equation. If something is like this, means there is a rate of change of you can say there is a rate of change of coulomb or rate of change of charges, but there is a mention 1 by T. Okay, because the formula, the actual formula is this, okay, I is equals to Q charges. Okay, current is what? Charges time in bracket time, oh sorry, in denominator time. Why? Because this is 1 hour and this is 1 by T, means I'm talking about charge flowing. Charge is flowing. For currently I'm just using flow word. Okay, charge is flowing per unit time, means at 1 second how many charges will flow or go from one end to another end in a wire. from one end to another end in a wire. Okay, from one end to another end. This is one end, this is another end. From in 1 second, in just 1 second, how many electrons or how many protons are just gone from this end to this end? This will called as current in just one time, because when they flow they produces current, because energy is converted into current. I already told you energy will go into a form of current, not just a stored energy. Okay, so this is a basic funda of what the current is. So let's start with some more basics. So let's start about so current is completed mainly. So why we are generally considering electrons? So let's go to the atomic level. Just go to the atomic level. Mainly you have studied about this structure, okay, in your 8th, in your 9th, in your 10th classes. Okay, this is a nucleus and there is some kind of rings like solar system. 1, 2, 3, there are many more. Okay, and there is a charges and at each, suppose this is, it can't be 3 here. Okay, I'm just drawing just for the sake of understanding. Don't take it seriously that in a first orbit there is a 3 electrons. It can't be possible. Okay, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, means many more, whatever. So in nucleus they are called as electrons. Okay, they are called as electrons. Okay, and this is called as nucleus. Nucleus having a positive charge and all the electrons having a negative charge. Okay, you understood? All the positive charges, all the nucleus having positive charge and all the electrons having a negative charge. So I'm just asking which electrons contribute in the current and how this nucleus contribute in the flow of electron. Means electrons is not just like a thing that I am just taking up from the orbit and flowing and throwing it into through the wire like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and nucleus will be burst. And this can't be happen. Na? So you know that in universe everything is made up of atoms. So in a single wire, in a material, in a pen, paper, pencil, wire, everything is made up of atom, and this structure will always be there, and this structure will always be there. So sir, how the current is flowing from this kind of thing? Means if current is flowing, there is a nucleus also, and this is a means this is a electrons is also. Okay, so I'm just talking about the electrons, how these things happens. So in a material, okay, just talk about the wire, a simple wire. If the wire, there is a logs of atom, million of atoms are like this. Okay, so when you first of all just understand about some criteria and some meaningful things about this orbit. Which what is this orbit is? This is the last orbit, or you can say this is the outermost orbit. It can be 5th orbit, 10th orbit, 11th orbit, whatever. Okay, the outermost orbit of an electron, because you understood that they has the positive charges, they have the negative charges. So the net amount, yeah, net charge of this atom is always neutral, because they have no charge currently, or they have not any kind of charges. Okay, neutral, because if you combine all those electrons, they have the charges in as the shape of the balloon. Okay, because they are the electrons. I already told you, consider it as a balloon. In a balloon, the amount of charges like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combined it, and the net charge will be equivalent to this negative charge. So positive or negative, opposite, because they have same charges, so they will cancel out each other and the net effect will be zero. Okay, so the atom at the normal stage, okay, at the normal stage the atom is neutral. So that's why I will just mark up a simple question. If you have a simple wire, if you have a single wire, okay, when you connect battery at this end, okay, when you connect the battery at this end, then only the current will flow, and if you touch this wire, then you will experience a current. Okay, you will have some shocking reaction. But when this battery is not connected, this battery is obsolete. Okay, this battery is not connected, sorry, when this battery is not connected with this, then why don't you experience a shock or current? Why don't you feel? Because when battery is connected, electron is always there, na? Because in a material, electron is always there. So because electron is always there, why don't you feel experience any kind of current? Why don't you feel? After putting a battery or applying a battery at the terminal and you only feel a current. But if you touch, because at this the atomic level structure, if you understood this atomic structure, means electron is everywhere. But that means electron, they have charges, and they means they have charges, some amount of charges. Means if you touch any of the any of the object, any of the thing in the world, that you should experience some kind of current, electricity, a shocking experience, but you don't feel. You only feel when you apply some amount of battery. Okay, so when battery is not connected, this structure or this material is in neutral state. Like this atom is always in neutral state. Okay, so this material is always in neutral state. So in neutral state, whether electron is there or not, they will not affect you, because the net current or the net charge is zero. Why the net charge is zero? Because electrons and the protons, proton as you say, have balanced to each other. Okay, so there is not any kind of shocking experience you will have. Okay, so you understood? This was only this kind of question. So let's start with the topic. So this outermost orbit, this outermost shell, just a second, this outermost shell is at very much distance from this, okay, they have very much distance from this. Means the electrons in this orbit will experience more pull. Electrons or charges in this orbit experience some less pull as compared to first orbit, and electrons at the outermost will experience also less amount of pull, because they have because they are away from the nucleus. Means the electrons or the charges which are near to the nucleus will experience more attractive force. Okay, and the charges which are away from the away from the proton or nucleus, they will feel negligible kind of attraction. There are some kind of attraction, that's why this bond is always this orbit is always there, but they are very loosely connected. So when you connect the battery in any kind of material, that will provide an additional amount of energy, because all the electrons in this orbit want to become free. Their nature is this kind of, they all want to get free. So when the battery is put across any material, there is some kind of energy the battery gives to the outermost shell, or all the electrons from the outermost shell have some more energy from the battery gives them more energy. So when battery gives them more energy, the attractive force that nucleus is putting on this electron on this orbit is very less, or very less. So they have the tendency, if they have some very large amount of energy, they have a very large amount of that, they will blast. Okay, blast means electron will not blast here, that electrons just snatched out when they just get the some extra amount of energy with respect to nucleus. Suppose nucleus is putting some kind of energy, like I am talking about just hypothetical assumption, like 2 volt. Okay, with the 2 volt experience they are putting into, or they are giving some 2 volt of energy at this. Okay, for what? Nucleus is saying to the outermost orbit, I will give you 2 volt, please be with me, I love you, please be with me. That positive charge will tell to the outermost orbit or the outermost orbit electrons, I am giving you 2 volt, please be with me, always be with me, because if you will be with me, I will be stable. So the electrons are saying, okay, we don't have choice, because we don't have an additional amount of energy. When you connect a battery, the battery will say, oh, okay, you are giving 2 volt to the outermost orbit electrons. So he will say, the battery will say to the outermost orbit, I will give you 10 volt, come with me, I will give you 10 volt of, and there is a trading start. There is a kind of trading, you are means this kind of he is bribing the electrons with 10 volt, I will give you 10 volt, just come with me. And when this thing, oh, he's giving 2 volt and now the battery is giving me 10 volt, let's go with the battery. So when they get a 10 volt charges, all the electron just snatched out from the outermost orbit, and just flow like a water in the they just flow like a water. I am just using a flow word to the sake of understanding. I already told you only for the understanding purpose I am using flow. From tomorrow onwards, in the next class I will not use the flow word, I will use some kind of another word. Only for the today's class I am using this flow word. Okay, so they will be flow like water in the wire, so they travel from one end to another end. The material, because in a material there are all the atoms, number of atom. Suppose in a material there are 2 lakhs of atom, 2 lakh of atom, and each atom having 2 electrons, in their outermost orbit. 2 electrons, there are 2 lakhs, each electron having 2 electrons in their outermost orbit. When you connect a battery, that 2 electron will snatched out, because they will experience more force, they will experience more voltage. So how many electrons will be there? Around 4 lakh electron will be free and flow like a water in the direction of battery, because battery already told na, come with me, because battery is going from where? Positive to negative, and we connected the terminals like this, positive to negative, and from positive to negative this is the circulation, and then after that all the electrons will go from this, okay. The force they experience, the electron snatch, and the current will again flow like this. So there is some circulating current in it, and when I will snatched out the battery, then there is a no force and the electrons will always be in their outermost orbit and there is a no free electrons, so no flow. No flow means no current. So you understood the basic concept of current, how from the atomic level there is a number of current produces. Okay, so that was the basics from the charges and the current. I wanted to make you may feel the current, how the current, because from tomorrow I will use some kind of flow, because I just used a word flow. Remember, for today you will be okay with flow. Okay, just go with the flow. You can use flow, but from after 2 to 3 classes I will not use this word flow. I will use some another word. So from the now the new definition of the current will be the flow of charges, not flow of electrons. Not flow of electrons, because charges are two types. I only discussed here about electrons flow, because in your 10th class they already taught you all these things. That's why they are if they are telling about na ki that will the current is the flow of electrons. That is the definition I wanted to make you understand, that why 10th class there is a definition that electrons are the flow of charge of flow of electron, because they are using that model only. They are not talking about this thing, not talking about the positive charges. What the positive charges? I also not make any kind of justification about positive charges. I was only taught about what negative charges. That's why I am using again negative charges, but the new definition of the charges current will be the flow of charges. Only flow I am talking about today. That's why flow of charges is called as current. So I hope you understand the basic fund of how the current flows into any kind of things. Okay, so for today I think this is enough for today class. The next class I will go into more. Okay, so this subject I started the basic electrical from all the branch from electrical to electronics, from diploma to degree level. This is, I think this is common for both. And a BTech student should also know all these things. The diploma student should also know all these things, what current is made of, because only they are talking about electrons. But this is the basic funda of how the from atomic level to, because this is the way of study, how from the electron level to the flow level and how the current will flow and all those things. Okay, so I will just stop today's class here only, and from the next class I will discuss more about all these things. I will cover your all the subjects. So my first subject is basic electrical engineering. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please like, share and subscribe my channel, and for the notification press bell icon and you will get updated. Okay, so thank you so much for the today's class. We'll meet in the next video. Thank you so much.